S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Yeah. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. Yeah. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Check 53. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Slam. He's coming. Go. Shit.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Second and 4 at the 26-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run for the first time with Johnson.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a man who punted for the Browns in 2015, Andy Leon, to kick it away. Waiting for it back deep, Antonio Callaway. And 3. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. So now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Watch twits. Check 3, check 3.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll touchdown. David Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check, check, check.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals! Saquon Barkley with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get...
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play that time out of Chubb. 59 yards for him on the ground.
First down, Browns.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for the witness touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And that'll that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Throwing now is Murray, and Ingram hauls it in.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Buddy up. 53. Check 53. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
On second down, Johnson, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch twist, watch twist.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second down, here's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Yeah. Squeeze. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out, and so far, they have started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside and have to take us through the weekend in the NFL. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mayfield down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So many connections between the two quarterbacks in this game, Baker Mayfield and Kyler Murray. Both Heisman Trophy winners. Obviously, you've got the Oklahoma connection. Both #1 overall picks. And both also won a state title in high school in the state of Texas. And neither guy is a very tall quarterback. Baker Mayfield at 6'1", Kyler Murray just at 5'10". Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 40. Regular.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Being chased out left. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Seibert for the Browns field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Mayfield now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a 1st down here. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That's complete, right around the 8. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They come out here in the I. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Chubb, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here. Here in the first half. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Seibert on for the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple play. Field position, what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and...
Oh, now Murray has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people...
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go! The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. A first down throw from Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. Shrugs off another. Fights off another. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check 52.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Go.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Murray again. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Murray now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they called the field general.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1st down, Murray. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here?
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They begin with a run by Barkley, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Olivier Vernon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory. 3
touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
These babies cry all the way back home, yo.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback and expect.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing, Mayfield. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 55 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Switch up, switch up.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. That's Isabella open on the right side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Murray now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
At their own 34-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. O.J. Howard, his 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Cybered on for the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yes,
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
Flushed out right. Fitzgerald's got it right side. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They're running it. Check 15.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall.
Hey,
The Browns' drive about to get started, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A toss play to Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. But he lost 6 there on the first down play. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Mayfield now from the 50. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Going deep here for Landry. That's caught inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Chandler Jones in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. To try again after the sack, Mayfield. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And if the late touchdown wasn't bad enough, now they're going to go for 2, so sportsmanship nowhere to be found right here.
Hurry! 43's the mic. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another